For more than 140 years, Wayzata Community Church has been a force for good in the lives of people in the Twin Cities and around the world. As we look forward to our next chapter as a church, we hope you will help us to lay the foundation for our many ministries. Your gift helps to create opportunities for people to grow, find community, and for so many, a spiritual environment to call home. So please, come see what God is up to at Wayzata Community Church, and more importantly, be part of it by making your pledge today, because your gift truly matters.
Well, if you want to talk to a longtime member who's been engaged for decades, you should start with Jake Beard.
I'm Jake Beard. We've been members of this church since about 1970. As a matter of fact, I think we joined the church on our first anniversary.
So like many of us, Jake's kids went through the program, and like many of us, Jake served on a lot of committees and has been involved in a lot of outreach, just for a lot longer.
Oh, I've been a trustee and headed up the deacons one year and headed up the nominating committee a couple of years, and been on several search committees, some usher duties. So yeah, everybody takes a turn. You just find some spots where you think you might be able to have a positive impact, and then get in there. One of the fondest memories happens to have been a family camp that was over Labor Day weekend each year. I think we attended something like 22 years, even after our kids were off to college and whatnot. And it was kind of like putting a bow on the end of the summer. And it was usually maybe 100 people, ages from 80 to 8 months type of thing. It was one of those things that there wasn't any question in any of the four of us as to where we would be on that particular weekend. That was like the thing to do.
I went to, Dina Naylor was running the rummage sale, and I asked Dina, what can I do to help, thinking that, it'd be a good way to go out. She said, well, we need somebody to pick up furniture. So I said, well, sure. So she hands me these booklets, and I realized that I've got to be calling people to line up furniture, pick up, calling people that have trailers, calling people to come and help pick up, and coordinating people to be home, on the Tuesday night. And it was all brand new to me, and I was a little scared, terrified actually. And so Rich Carlson was the first person who helped, and he had a big pickup truck, and Jake was the second person. So I would get some people to come through on a couple Tuesdays, I think it was. But Jake was always there. He would call him up, and he would always show up. And some days it was easier and better than others. And some days it was hot and muggy and the furniture was heavy, and this was one of those days. So we were all kind of packed into the pickup truck. There's probably 4 or 5 of us. And Rich was driving, and we were just leaving Excelsior on 19, coming to head back to the church to drop the trailer off. And everybody was quiet, and everybody was kind of glum, So we were all a little down, tired. And Jake says, hey, you know what? There's a Culver's up here. Why don't I stop and buy us all ice cream? And I thought, for maybe 5 or 10 seconds, felt like I was in Little League. Jake made me feel like I was 10 years old again at the time when I was like, I just want to get home and lay on the sofa when it's air conditioning. So I think everyone else in the truck kind of felt it, but especially me, because it was such a nice, kind thing to do, as no one realized how stressed I felt doing this, to be better to get to know social connections, or to make connections with people. So yeah, it was good. The ice cream was good. It was chocolate custard.
So why stay engaged in the lifeblood of this church? As I look at things like sharing of your time and your talents and your treasure, Marilyn Carlson Nelson said that every night before she goes to bed, and puts her head on the pillow, she asks herself whether or not it's the kind of day to which she'd be willing to sign her name. That's pretty cool. and with this COVID thing and what we've had, and the trends within the greater church where people are not participating in organized religion as much as they did before, it's a new opportunity for us. We went last Sunday to the 9:30 service. I looked around the congregation and I was shocked, delightfully so, at how many people I'd never seen before. And what that said to me was, something very right is happening, because there's some magnetism that's drawing people because they see something that otherwise was missing in their life. The intellectual capabilities of the people here, the emotional and spiritual IQs that they possess, and the way they live their lives, and it's as varied as flowers in a garden. Each one brings something. And if they recognize that they're valued and that they're important and their talents are to be embraced, there's no stopping it. I mean, we're really lucky. We're very blessed. Blessed would be a better word, yeah. Because it doesn't just happen. And we've got the talent from the professional staff point of view, from the lay leadership. This place is incredible. Wayzata Community Church not only feels like home, but it is home.
Wayzata Community Church is a place of amazing people like Jake who give and who receive. And with God's help, we'll continue to do that.